And you got stew and ale. Hey, you! Leave your axe at the door.
Well, let's have that charisma roll. Guryev?
He's having issues with. If you guys need headsets, mic or something.
Okay. Delta, what happened last time?
Khalas and Guryev went to. Can you mute yourself for a second? Sorry. So Khalas and Guryev went to try and talk to the brother. They ended up investigating the rooms more, didn't really find anything. Did kind of on accident talk to the brother, but there wasn't much to learn. Other than he didn't want to be the person to take over the business. Delta tried to catch. Gosh. What's his name again? The boyfriend.
Demetrius.
Demetrius, thank you. I knew it started with a D. Sorry, I have a headache, or one was coming on. I took something, so I should be fine. But there was no more sign of Demetrius. She fixed the window in the warehouse and kind of looked around, but it's pretty empty. While Gwyn went off and turned into a rat and tried to sneak into the Duan not the Duan, into Phalia's father's business / warehouse to see if there was any information to be found in there or in his records. Ended up making it into his office after getting chased out once and getting chased up the stairs. And then had to sit around and wait for him to leave because he just kind of sat around doing businessy things all day. I think that was it. Aside from Guryev and Khalas coming back and talking to Delta.
You did learn something rather important when the two of them went to the estate, quite by accident. It wasn't something that you asked about. It was something you mentioned. The family doesn't know about the boyfriend. And everyone was quite surprised when that was mentioned. I mean, Devin, not really. Like, just being a teenager, giving so much information out. But
Yeah. Was just kind of like, oh yeah, she has, her guys, but she doesn't bring any of them home.
right, she had flings, but nothing serious, as far as they knew. And so we left off with it getting dark as the sun set on Waterdeep. Khalas, Guryev, and Delta are back waiting for Gwen's information, her rat information. But unfortunately for her, it's Lord Estelmer's office, and he has business to do. One thing that we kind of that I forgot about Wild Shape is that it has a duration, which is half your druid level. So you have 4 hours being in your rat form before you shapeshift back. And I would say your character knows this. It's not going to be a surprise to you if you run those 4 hours out. Now, the sun will have gone down, as this is a winter month still, fairly early. So by the time Gwyn knows her wild shape is running out, the sun will have gone down, and Lord Estelmer will have had a few people coming in talking about various shipments and whatnot, things coming in and out. He'll get up from his desk, look at the shelves around there, look out the window, watch as boats come in, empty their cargo, bring on new cargo, and go out again. So, is there anything in this time that Gwen would like to do while waiting, or would you like to wait until like absolute final moment of your wild shape?
I would like to wait until I'd like to give myself 15 minutes ish, like a quarter of an hour. That way, if he still hasn't left his office, I have time to try to figure out how to get out of the office myself. By chance, have any of these guests or visitors to the office left the door ajar? Or is it closed?
They have not. They, with the incident of you trying to sneak in and making a little bit of noise, the Lord has told every visitor to shut the door as they go through it.
Of course. So I can't be sneaky and sneak out that way. Okay. You said that the sun's been down for a little while because of the winter months. Just trying to think how long he might possibly... Because I'm going to guess that he's going to want to go home for dinner. How late is it?
Well, I would say it's early
How long
evening.
have I been in there?
It's getting on. You aren't sure how much longer he's gonna stay, but he's still there, working on business.
And I've been there a while, so am I getting really close to the end of my 4 hours?
You would estimate, yes. You'd have to do something to either get out of there, distract him, or just something, because you can't cast spells while you're in wild shape.
Well,
But you can cast change out, cast a spell, and then bonus action go back in. But
I can always be like, ta-da! Here I am.
You feel like you're running low on time.
Well, we're running low on time for everything because we have till tonight to find her. Right? Like,
Tonight,
technically.
midnight is the final night.
Yeah. So it's getting awfully late and I need to get back to everyone. How big is his desk? Because I know I'm under there and his legs are probably under there. How much space is actually under his desk? Is it like one of those huge desks, or is it fairly small? Is it medium sized?
I'd say it's medium. So there's a large opening for his legs to go in, and then on the sides there are those shelves where you can go under if you want. It's lifted about 6 inches off the ground from the lowest drawer.
So I'm wondering if I could shift into a human under the desk and then shift back into something smaller like a lizard so I can go under the door since he's not leaving the office.
Let's have a perception roll.
Perception.
So you're looking about, you're feeling anxious with the time that's running out. He did light a lamp to keep inside his room to continue to do his paperwork and whatnot. So there is the flickering of light that is bouncing, dancing around the room. And you look around the bottom of the desk. You can see that if you were to shift out of it, you would probably hit your head on the top. Like, it wouldn't like tip the desk over, but you would like hit up against it.
I shift quickly so that even if I make a noise when he looks, I'm a lizard and that's nothing to be concerned about. How fast can I shift? Is my question.
Okay.
Because I don't think I've ever encountered that so far with this character. Never been in a situation to need to know that.
So you would have to use a bonus action to shift out, and then you have another bonus action to shift back in. So that would be about like 10 seconds, 5 seconds each or so.
10 seconds is a lot, but I want to take my chances. Well, I'm going to be shifting the human either way because I'm stuck under the desk. I think I'm just going to have to take my chances. I'm not going to get much accomplished in here other than what I've overheard. Have I overheard anything pertinent while I've been there with the people coming in, or him? Does he talk? Does he think out loud? Anything that might have
He
been...
would mumble sometimes. What kind of information are you thinking of?
I don't particularly... Well, one of my concerns is that it's getting late and he's still at work and the deadline's nearly upon us for the return of his daughter. And I understand business needs to keep going. It's not going to stop. But it's awfully concerning that he doesn't seem to care. Or, I don't know. He's not acting concerned.
I'll have you make an insight roll.
Yeah. So anything...
Yeah, your concerns are correct with this. He isn't acting nervous or preoccupied with anything. It seems like business as usual. The people have come in and out. just discussing what is going on with the company and anything that needs concerned with the head of this place. And you can't really tell any tension in the room, whether it's with someone or by himself.
So with that, I feel like there might be something in the office, but I'm just not going to have the opportunity to find it other than what I've observed of him. So I'm going to have to take my chances with my bonus actions. Shift back. I want to shift into a lizard, that way I can squeeze under the door. But, what? Athletics? Acrobatics. Should I roll something to help see if I'm successful in action? I don't know. I don't know what to do. What do you want me to do? I want to shift.
Well, okay, so you want to shift. Do you want to wait till a specific moment?
I want to wait until the very last minute. When I shift back to human, if that either right before I shift back or if I'm gonna shift anyways. If I wait till I shift, like the spell ends, and then I roll to shift again, which way would be faster, or is it the same amount of time no matter what?
Okay, so we can do this certain way. Pick odd or even.
Odd.
Okay, so you feel he is at his desk sitting. You hear the scribbling of quill against parchment as you feel your body start to tell you that you can't hold this form any longer. You're getting kind of extra anxiety and tension building up. And he just like shifts slightly in his chair, and that's when you feel you burst out of rat form. And since he is sitting under the desk, or he's sitting at the desk, and you are underneath, your body pushes up against him, and your head hits the top of the, or I guess the bottom of the desk that you're under. And when he does so, or when you do so, he'll jump back and look down at you. And what would you like to do? Are you gonna quickly try and shapeshift back?
No. I've
Okay.
already been caught. I will save that in case I need to. I want to scurry out from under the desk.
Okay,
and
he'll
be standing in front of him.
He'll pull out his sword.
Lovely.
He is armed.
Okay.
Because he's a lord. He knows fighting. And when you scurry out, he'll kind of move onto the other side of the desk, and I'll have you make a perception roll. Okay. So he moves to the other side of the desk with his sword held out to you, and with a quick swipe of his other hand, he will grab something from the desk, and he'll point his sword at you. What is the meaning of this? Who are you?
My name is Gwen. I was hoping to find clues as to where your daughter is. I was hoping maybe someone that means you harm or might be involved, so I was looking for some clues.
Roll persuasion. Alright. Why were you under my desk? What clues are under my desk? How did you get here?
Well, that is a very good question. Nobody knows what information to give, so I was just wanting to look for myself. So I apologize, but I was hoping that you would leave so I could just search through the papers, see if anything popped out at me. I apologize for the intrusion.
Spy? Looking through my work?
Only to find your daughter. Do you not care about your daughter? You do know that you have till midnight to get her back.
How do you know all this?
Because I'm working for your family to find her. Do you not speak to your wife?
She didn't say anything about a woman hiding under desks?
Well, she wouldn't, because she doesn't know all the steps we've taken to find clues. You know that your daughter is missing, correct?
Of course.
And you're just at work going about business?
What I do in my spare time is none of your business.
Oh, so this is spare time. What do you do in your regular time?
When you're talking, you hear from outside the door the sounds of heavy boots going up the stairs that you know are there.
Okay. So you don't know where your daughter is?
Of course not.
Okay. Then
Do
as
you?
I'm talking-
You said you were a part of this. Do you know any information you give me? This is very important.
I know that she has a boyfriend, and I know that she's missing.
Well, that is not much of an investigation. How long have you been on looking for this?
A few days.
Really? You got all that from a few days.
I would have to confirm my notes to straighten out what's true and what's not. But if you would like, I could meet you back at your house.
As you finish speaking, the door to his office is kicked open, and a large, security, about 5 people, enter the room with weapons drawn. He says, "This is the intruder. She's trying to look into my paperwork, find out my secrets. Take her to the watch."
Oh, well, that's not necessary. Can
And
I
they-
back up towards the window?
Yes, you can.
I would like to back up towards the window.
They'll advance on you with the weapons drawn.
Okay, is the window open by chance?
No, it is a large, not quite a bay window, but it is able to, like, see pretty well outside.
I really don't want to be taken to the watch. I feel like that'd be a huge inconvenience. So even though it's probably a terrible idea, you think I could shift fast enough if I threw myself out the window?
I would say so, yes.
Okay, I would like to throw myself out the window.
Make an athletics to try and break the glass.
Come on, cross our fingers. That's terrible.
You kind of back up against it, and you feel the cold glass as the group of people, security guards, approach you, and you go and slam your elbow against the glass, and then it just thunks on the glass, and you can't break through as the security guard are going to grab at you. Would you like to try and elude them?
Have we arrived yet?
You didn't say that you were heading there. You said you were waiting
did,
for
but-
her.
I said we were gonna go try and find her.
Was this time or last time?
Last week. Can you stop?
Okay. Well, I'll have you roll investigation to try and find the place. Well, this is the largest shipping thing in town. It's too busy. You can't seem to find much of where it would be.
I got a 26.
All right. I gave you a lot of time to roll. And you wait until you saw the 7 before you rolled.
I was talking to Taylor because he keeps yelling at people across the house while I'm got my mic queued up.
Okay. This time, it's alright. So, yes. So how long would have you had waited at the Duan place before you headed to the Horizon Sales?
I waited for everybody else to come back, and then we discussed whether we wanted to wait for her, whether it had been too long.
Okay,
So I'm assuming we waited there for like a short bit of time, and we're just kind of like, she's not back yet.
should we say about sunset?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. So you waited and you went to find this place. It being the largest shipping company, it was quite easy to find. So you went and asked around. Everyone pointed you in exactly the right direction. And you find this 3-story building. It has... by the time you get there, it's getting dark. People are lighting the street lamps. And there are a lot less people in the streets. The 2 kind of tunnels on either side have really emptied out since Gwyn was there. And this building is directly in front of you, 3 stories. At the top, you see a large window, though Gwyn is not there yet, because she waited until after sundown. So you still have some time. What would you like to do until, for now?
I guess just kind of look around and see what's like, if we can see if it looks like business as usual, because I know it was discussed that she was gonna sneak in, so we don't like go up and ask for her or anything. But I don't know yet that it would be wise for us to try and sneak in after her either. But I would assume, like, if she'd been found, that things would look kind of out of the ordinary instead of business as usual.
A bit hectic. People running around,
and I mean, I know
trying
it's
to find
sunset,
something.
so people should be like going home. It should be emptying out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I just kind of want to, like, I don't know if it takes up a whole block, but just kind of walk around the sides that are facing the streets and kind of see what things look like, I guess.
Okay. I'll have you make a perception roll. Anyone who would like to do it.
Nope.
Denied.
Guryev?
Sunset in our eyeballs.
Oh, nice Nice 7 you have there. It seems ordinary. Like,
One and one and a two.
you aren't really sure about like how Gwyn even got in. This place seems pretty fortified. Though there are less people about, people are still milling around and trying to close up and get things settled. They will close the doors on the tunnels and start putting everything away.
I'm gonna ask Gwen how things are going.
Alright, so let's go back a little bit. And Gwyn, this is when you're still under the desk waiting for a moment to spring out and make your escape. And you hear from Guryev a question about how are you doing? How are things?
Things are not good. Is it with message? Isn't it like a very limited amount of words?
It's 25 words.
Things are bad. Running out of time in wild shape. No way out of the office. Wait, how many words am I at? Let's see. Things are bad.
You were at 10 before No Way Out.
No way out. I'm on the 3rd floor. Yeah, that should put me at like 15.
Okay. So, you hear from Gwyn about how it's going.
Yeah, then I'm just gonna go up to the front door and see if there's someone there, or if there's not, I'm just gonna knock on the door.
Okay. So you see that there are people coming out, slowly trickling, getting, looks like they're putting on their common clothes and, over their work clothes, getting ready for a cold evening. And, so you walk up to the door. Would you like to enter or would you like to knock?
If it just seems like they're casually leaving, I guess I'll just walk in.
Okay. You walk in, and this area is large and open. You can see what few people are left in here. There are some people that are cleaning up the last little bit of parchment, putting it on shelves, and seem to be closing up.
Okay, any of them look like secretaries or something?
You would figure so, yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna go up to one of them and say, is everyone else following me, or what? I guess I didn't say anything.
They would have seen you enter. Unless those ones didn't allow it.
Gonna get shot.
I would think
I
they.
guess I would follow him since things seem normal enough. And I don't know about the secret message.
Yeah, I'd probably follow as well.
Alright, then when I'm inside, I'm gonna just say to one of them, can you direct me to your boss, please? Because I have information regarding his daughter. It is urgent.
Alright. Khalas and Delta?
I'm just following. I'm just standing there. He's the one talking.
Oh, I thought he.
Yeah.
So it's just the three of us standing in a group, but Guryev is talking to the secretary person.
Oh, I thought he was talking to you two.
No.
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay. Can you repeat what you said?
I just said that take me to your leader.
Okay.
I said, please, I need to talk to your boss. It is about his daughter. It is time sensitive.
I'm really sorry, but we're closed right now. We'll come back tomorrow. Open at sunrise on the dot.
Okay, well, I'll make sure I leave a note saying that, can I get your name, please? Because I want to make sure that he knows that it's your fault that I was not able to talk to him about his daughter before she was killed for a ransom.
I'm sorry, who are you?
I am the person who wants to talk to your boss about his daughter immediately.
Alright. One moment. I'll go in the back. It takes some time. Probably about a minute before anything happens. And, he returns with, several other people. They look to be dressed in common clothes, but they still look rather burly, I would say, a bit intimidating. So you said something about someone's daughter dying.
Yes, your boss's daughter.
Do you know his name?
Lord Estelmer.
The Lord. Did he send you here?
Did he send me here? No.
Then how do you know all this?
How do I know of what?
Alright. And he'll gesture to the others, and they will attempt to grab at you.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person at 4th level. How many are there?
3. 1 for each of you.
Including the other guy, or there's 4 including the guy that's talking to me?
4 including that one.
Alright, well I'm gonna cast Hold Person, I guess at... Yeah, I guess it had to be 4th level, I think. On the 3 that are coming after us.
Okay. So they attempt to walk towards you, and
Wisdom saving throw 16.
yeah, 1 saved. One of the larger people continues moving forward, not really noticing that their other people have stopped moving. But the 3 of them will like move towards you and stop. Khalas, if you'd like to elude grabbing, make an athletics roll.
I'm just gonna let myself get grabbed.
Okay. So, grabbed you by your shoulders, rather tough on you, and he will turn to look at the rest of the goons, I suppose, and kind of get a weird look on his face as the rest of them aren't moving.
If you don't want to be banished to another plane of existence, you should set her down and take me to your boss immediately.
He'll kind of take a hand and wave it in front of the person who called him. You okay? What's going on?
They are fine, but we have until midnight to find Phalia, and we need to talk to her father. We are not here to harm you.
She's
I don't know
not
why
here.
you're coming after us when all we want to do is talk to her father. We know she's not here.
Where
We're
is she?
trying to find her.
I'll keep track of her.
When was the last time you saw her?
I got a few weeks ago.
Is that usual for her to just suddenly disappear like that?
Not
She-
come to work?
She disappeared?
Well, you said the last time you saw her was a few weeks ago.
She's
Don't you think
no.
that's strange? She's not at home. She's been gone for at least a few weeks.
Phalia's gone?
I'm gonna walk past them to the door that they came in.
I'm gonna
Okay.
continue talking to this guy like, yes, Phalia is, that's why we're here, to talk to Lord Estelmer about where Phalia might be.
Oh. Oh, she doesn't work here. She's not employed.
Really? Is that so? So she never came down here to work or help with her father's business?
Oh, yeah, she did. She's just not considered an employee.
No, she'd be considered a co-owner, perhaps. Or an intern.
What's it called? The understudy?
An understudy is a person who studies theatrical performance for the main lead.
Well, but I mean, it
understand what
could
you're
be applicable.
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
But she's not here. She hasn't been here in a few weeks. But I doubt she's learned everything she needs to and how to run her father's business. So where is she?
Oh.
Does her father not know where she is as well?
I don't know.
Maybe
I
we
don't-
should go ask him?
I don't talk to him.
Well, would it be okay if we go and talk to him?
You have to wait till tomorrow. We're closed now. We're
Are
all on
you-
our way out.
Are you a father? A parent? How do you think you would feel? Would you
person
want
only
to
lasts
wait?
for a minute?
Would you want to wait while your daughter or son, your child might be missing? Do you think that would feel good as a parent to be like, oh, but it's time to go home, it's time to clock out?
I'm a little young to be having kids.
Do you think your mother would, or your parents would be missing you if you had been gone or kidnapped? Your parents would just shrug and say, oh well.
I guess so. Khalas and
Again,
Delta
hold
roll
person.
perception.
Whole person only lasts for a minute, and every 6 seconds they get a roll.
Yeah, I've been keeping track. Khalas and Delta roll perception. Alright, so you see, as you're talking, out of the corner of your eye, you see that one of the other people, start to move again, and they reach down for the desk that they're nearby, and you see them grab a stone. It looks to be, have some, carving of a face on it, and they grab it, and then for a moment they kind of close their eyes and then open their eyes again, and then they say, it's okay, release them. Guryev, you went into the back to find out where these people came from, and you enter a sort of a locker room. You can see like various heavy clothing for workers, boots that have been sort of thrown on the walls, and some bags that kind of like still hang there. Yeah.
Okay. How many doors are there other than the one I came in?
There's the door that you just came in, and then on the far side there's another door.
Well, I guess that's where I'm going, unless I'm looking for jock straps.
Alright, you enter this other door, and you seem to have found the bathroom.
Cool. Does this also have another door, or is it just a bathroom?
It does not have other doors.
No drawers. What about underwear?
No.
Kidding. Okay, that was a joke. Then I'll just go back and I guess go back again. I would like to leave Willy Wonka's funhouse.
Well, you walked straight in, went to the locker room, and then went to the bathroom. There's not really a curve, anything, but you exit as the one of the bigger guys is telling the rest of them, or the other guy, to let go. And okay. Can I go home now? Yeah. Let's go. Let's get out of here. And the two start to make their way over there.
What about the third guy?
One more, the secretary that you spoke to, kind of like gets out. And, all right, let's go. Come on. Start tugging at the frozen guy still.
I'll release him.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask the guy that I was talking to. It's like, where are you all off to in such a hurry?
What? I want to go to the bar. I'm kind of
Which
tired. Leonard, what's the bar called again? The Sailor's Own. Let's go.
I'm gonna toss him a gold coin.
Okay. He'll. Thanks.
Sure. I might see you there later.
Round on me, I guess. The four of them will exit out, kind of like looking back at you really strangely. And the one that had.
Do that when they look back at me. I am going to cast thaumaturgy on my eyes to make them glow red.
Okay. The one that had the stone will just kind of like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's go. Let's go. Kind of get creeped out with that, but continue moving on. You know, we're in an empty building on the ground floor.
Wait, so all of them left?
Yes.
And they didn't tell us where to go.
Nope.
Do I see any place that looks as though it might be like the office portion of the building?
Well, which office?
Just the office portion of the. I still have no idea where Gwen is.
Right.
She was looking for the guy's office. So is there? Because I know there's like a warehouse portion. Is there a portion where there are offices in general that I can see?
Gwen?
Well, there are a few doors on this part. There's the locker room that Guryev just exited. There are a couple more doors to the far right side, and then on either side there are doors which you would suspect lead to the tunnels.
Can I cast locate creature to try and find Gwen?
Yes.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, you know that Gwen is like above and kind of like further forward. Like 25 feet up, I guess. And
Okay. I'm
like
gonna
15 feet forward.
All right, I'm gonna tell the rest of the group that it's like, I believe Gwen is upstairs. Let's head up there. So she's like top down. Let's say here's the room. Are there stairs in here?
There are no stairs in here.
Where's the doors? Door on all sides? Door.
So door here, and then door here, door here. One over here, one over here. And then like one here. So you are like right here.
Door. 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 Door.
I would say each. Yeah.
And then here. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And we are right here.
Mm-hmm.
And what door did Guryev go through?
On the other side of the room, right? Oh, we're by the door that he went through?
We're right here.
Okay, so this one's the entrance, I'm assuming?
Yes.
At the bottom? Okay.
Sorry, I need a map. I
That's
need
okay.
a quick little. Is there a blueprint of the store? Okay, so the door that Guryev went through was this one right here.
The top corner.
The one by...
The one right
we're
next
by.
to you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The front door. At the bottom.
That's where we came from. So let's go through this door. Here.
All right. So you all head through that door.
Yes.
And it takes you down a hallway. On either side, you see several doors, and if you are investigating the hallway first, you find an open stairwell that leads up.
Awesome. I'm gonna start heading up the stairs.
Okay. So
I
you
am following.
you all head up the stairs, and you can tell that Gwen is getting closer. Not moving, but you are moving, closing the gap. You go up to another flight of stairs. There's a long hallway that seems to bend around. There are several doors on either side. Behind you, there is a wall.
You said it was 15 feet in front of us. So we went through here, and then stairs?
Here, I'll move this down. So down the hall, up stairs, and then you reach another hallway this way. There is a wall behind you and hallways going down that way. And then
Okay.
Doors going down. And then it goes over for a little bit and then curves to that way.
I guess I'm gonna. I mean, is there any name placards on these doors?
No. There also the staircase goes up one more flight.
You said it was 25 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like that would just be one flight of stairs.
I think that would be 2.
You think two? So then let's
Yeah,
head up.
because one is like, what, 12-ish feet, right?
Standard ceiling.
I would
is
say
feet.
sorry, I can't think.
9
A
feet.
story is 10 feet. Just to make
Okay.
it easy.
Okay, so then let's head up the second flight of stairs.
Okay. Hit up again. It's pretty much the same, minus the doors on either side. Curves around until you have a larger door here.
Is there a placard on that door?
Then the hallway continues and goes down that way. Yes, there is. It says administration.
Administration. I'm going to turn to Guryev and Delta, and I'm gonna check out this room, but I don't think Delta's in here. But I think we might find something. Maybe some sort of clue or extra information here. But I think you guys should continue down the hall.
All right.
And I'm gonna go into this room, the administration room.
Okay. So Delta and Guryev, you continue down the hall. Khalas, you check the door and it is locked.
Oh, well, hold on. I'm just gonna see if I could use this. But it's locked. Okay.
Also, with your locate creature, you now are on the same level as Gwyn, but she is in this direction.
Okay. I don't think I have anything to open it. I would have to break it. Do I want to break it? Yeah, I guess I'll break the door.
Okay. Would you like to use your foot or use a weapon?
I am going to question everything. I just want to try and break the lock, so that I could cast mending to fix it. So I'm gonna try and open it, like just kind of.
That's me.
Like with my arm, and just try and like, shoulder bust it down.
Okay, make an athletics.
Or
You try it and you're like, alright, use those rage-filled moments that you had not long ago and smash down the door, and you just like hit it. Solid wood is not as weak as I thought. You don't seem to budge it open.
Can I cast Sacred Flame on the door? To try and open it?
It's radiant damage instead of fire damage.
Fire damage work.
You could still cast Sacred Flame on it, see if anything happens.
Spell magic on door. Is it a magic
Brute force isn't working. I don't get it.
I guess I'll try and use my sword and try and just cut the lock.
Okay.
What is happening?
I made a grid, so now I can draw the thing. Or if you want to draw the thing.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna try and knife the door.
Alright. Use it. This is the hardest door you've ever encountered. You just don't understand. Like, in the past, this has worked so well, and yet, door with knob, it doesn't like budge. You managed to hit it up a couple times and scratch it, but still can't open it.
Okay. I'm gonna go then. I'm gonna just leave.
Okay. Delta and Guryev, you are making your way down these hallways. This one will lead straight, and you see a cross section, or a hallway that crosses it. And when you do so, you see about how many did I say? 5 individuals, looking to be heavily armored, running from right to left.
In the diagram, where are we standing?
Okay, so bottom floor is gone. So hallway comes down this way. You are about here. And the people are going this way.
Oh,
You said they're armed.
okay.
Yes.
And you said they're going from left to right?
From your perspective, looking down.
I guess I will follow them.
Do we... Well... forgot what I wanted to say. I'm sorry. My brain is just having a day. Do we know which direction? We just know she was down the hall somewhere, right? That's all the instruction that we got from Khalas.
She said to continue on while she checked the door, and you see them run across, and you're kind of wondering what to do, and Khalas will like come around the corner soon after and meet up with you.
Do they see us?
They do not.
Okay. Khalas, which way now?
Which way? Let's see. I sensed her like over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're here. Go straight and take a left.
That's where all those guys just went.
Yes, that's a left.
I pushed the night side and I'll follow them.
Oops.
Well, actually, I never knew. We never did locate you. We just collapsed. She didn't have to tell us where she was located.
She did. She told us upstairs and further into the building.
Yeah, and so.
But you never told us about your private little message with Gwen.
Go. Whatever. I was just gonna follow them.
Okay. So you follow them. You follow them to the hallway, and as you look to see where they're going, you turn around the corner and hear a loud smash as a door is kicked in. And the 5 individuals draw their weapons and head inside.
And I will run to the door.
Okay. You run for the door as
I'm just along for the ride.
it's closing in front of you.
I use hold door.
Well, you have better luck opening the door than Khalas.
No, I said I will hold door.
Oh.
I will lock them inside. Wahaha. You said it closed before I got there?
It was closing. So as you get there, it would still, like, somebody's closing it as you approach.
I'm just gonna call out. Say, hey, what do I want? I'm gonna say, what's all the commotion?
Alright. Do you try to enter the room?
I would try to stop the door from closing, but I'm not gonna go in.
Okay. Make an athletics.
Can I tell that Gwen is in that room?
That direction, yes.
We're just in the hallway still?
Yeah. You are running towards the end of the hallway. Your Khalas, you'd probably be in the back. Delta, you're in the middle. Guryev is at a door that is closing on him. And I can't...
I rolled a natural 20.
Where is
It
Guryev's
is true.
door? So where is the door Guryev's, like, here?
A natural 20 plus 0.
Did you roll a 20? Fucking roll 20 is...
He rolled it in real life.
Can you confirm that it was a
see it.
20?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to refresh.
I'm gonna assume the door is right there that Guryev's dealing with.
Okay. Well, you put your foot in the door and hold it open, and it smacks up against your hand, and you are pushed out of the room as it slams on you.
So none of them made it in.
Right. I rolled a natural 20 as well, but it has higher strength, so.
Okay.
So the door shut. Nobody seems to notice you shouting. From inside, you hear muffled shouting, and I guess that's it.
I'm just gonna knock on the door repeatedly. Just non-stop.
Just non-stop knocking.
Yep.
Okay.
Knocking on his motherfucking door.
The door at the bottom is directly in front of him. For your map.
The purple door
It's right
is
here.
the one that we're at? Okay.
Okay, you knock and no answer. We'll head back to inside where Gwen has her back against a window, and you can kind of hear the sounds of knocking coming from the door as your back is against the window, and 5 guards are moving to grab you. Gwen, what would you like to do?
Okay, and you said there were how many? 4?
5.
5.
Plus the Lord.
Okay. So, 5 plus the Lord. So I can keep a mental count and check in my notes. Okay. So, from my perspective, now, the guards were awfully loud when they were coming in. Should I roll like an insight or perception to see if I heard the commotion of like Guryev and Khalas? Was Delta up there with them? Or is it just
What
those
commotion
2?
are you speaking of?
Them with the door and the door closing? Because wasn't that the door that they were trying to go into was the office door, or was that a different one? I
Right,
got a
so
little confused.
the door was immediately shut as they went in, and as these 5 security guards are coming towards you, you do hear a light knocking coming from the door. It will gradually crescendo as it gets more urgent, but they don't seem to be paying attention to you. Or the guards aren't paying attention to the knocking.
Okay. I hold up my hands. I'm like, whoa. There is no need to take me to the watch. I do not mean anyone harm. I'm not trying to steal from anyone. I'm just trying to help find his daughter. And does anyone want to answer that door? It sounds awfully urgent.
Okay, so I'm doing this for kind of order of operations. I don't want to cut anyone out right now. Delta was 17. So this isn't combat. This is situation. The three of them are outside the door. You are inside, and
could I send a message? Because I don't know that they're out there. I just know that someone's knocking on the door. So can I send, after saying that little bit to the guards, while I wait for their response, could I send a mental... Wait, do I have... Yes, I do. That's one of my cantrips. I'd like to send a message back to Guryev. Be like, okay, I really could use some assistance. Where are you?
I think... Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yes, you can. They do not care about the sound that is going on. They are going to grab you. As you are sending that message, I want you to make a athletics if you resist the grab.
Yeah, for now I'd like to resist.
You can also shapeshift if you want. There are other ways of getting out of a grab. But
I'm gonna hold off on that a little bit longer.
Okay.
That'll be my Hail Mary.
Okay, so the two closest to you grab you by each arm and pull you away from the window. Guryev, you get a message in your head asking about your whereabouts.
I'm just gonna keep knocking.
I'm pretty sure she's in this room. So if they're not answering,
This is the only way out of the room.
I could break the door.
See, but I don't want to actually break anything.
Oh. Okay, and the door is locked.
I think it's just closed. I haven't tried to open it.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to open the door to see if it's unlocked.
It is locked.
Dang it. I'm gonna use... thaumaturgy to cause my voice to boom. And say, open this door now! We know Phalia's in there!
Okay. With the acoustics of this warehouse and the hallway you're in, it's really loud.
Good.
Do you want to roll intimidation?
Sure.
With advantage, because you have the acoustics helping you.
Why not? You know, let's see, intimidation. 11. Because that's just the day it's been.
Okay. So you shout this and you wait, see what happens. Gwyn, inside, you are grabbed and by two of them, and the Lord says, "Take her to the watch immediately. I don't want any hesitation. If she attempts to escape, strike her down." And they will move. There will be two in front, 2 on your flanking sides, and 1 behind you. The 2 will move to open the door as you hear a loud, booming voice demanding them open the door and to see Phalia. The door will open, and the 3 of you will see 2 heavily armored guards standing in the doorway. You can see just beyond that is the small form of Gwyn that is being held by 2 more guards. But other than that, it's just like blocking your vision. So let's shrink you down. And then
Man, who knew talking to the father would be so difficult?
I think
Really?
it's the father.
You cut out there, Guryev. What was that?
oh, just shouting.
Yeah, it was like he was shouting so loud it just cut him off. It's like, whoop.
And then 1 more here.
I'm surrounded.
Which you cannot see at this moment. And then behind you, Gwyn, you know to be the Lord. Okay. So you open the door to the site. What do you do?
At this point, I just want to blow this place. But that's not very Khalas.
I'm just gonna step aside and let them pass.
Okay. Well, you will have to step into this hallway to let them go by. Because it's only wide enough for 2 people. It's about 10 feet wide.
Alright, I'll do that then.
Anyone else? Okay.
No, I'm just gonna, I guess, walk with them. Now.
Do we just let her get caught? And then we'll deal with that later after we talk to the father?
Yeah, I could always, once they get me outside, I could always change 1 more time. Use my Hail Mary and change into something to get away, or change into something big like my snake. Like, you can't get me now!
Do you have message?
I do.
Okay. I would say you should tell us that.
Okay, I will
Because
message.
otherwise, Khalas is going to try and hold.
Okay, I will message each of them that unless they've got a better plan, I will let them lead me outside, and I will shape change outside the building where it's easier to escape. And meet them somewhere. I'll leave it up to them to decide where to meet.
Okay. You are pushed down this hallway. Straight across. The door once again shuts. And the 4 of them will disappear.
Before the door shuts, I want to step into the door frame. Like, just catch it before it closes.
Okay, make an athletics.
Wait, 4 of them? So it's her and 3 guards?
4 guards.
4 guards, okay.
Okay. You go to catch it, and like before, it shuts in your face.
With an 18
Yeah, I rolled.
for door closing. You
For-
rolled for door closing.
I rolled for the other person to roll athletics.
I see. For somebody to close the door.
Yes, someone to slam the door.
I'm gonna walk up to the door. And I'm gonna say, Phalia, it's kind of weird to pretend to be your father.
Roll deception?
Hey, I mean, I don't think it's deception. I genuinely don't know what to believe anymore.
Or persuasion if you think that none of that is a lie. If you truly believe that Phalia is in that room, then roll persuasion.
Alright. I mean, it's a wash either way. Can I roll survival?
What are you trying to survive? This side quest?
The temptation to burn this city to the ground.
Oh. All right. So you shout this, and you hear nothing for a long time, and about a minute passes before the door opens and you see one of the guards standing there. Get out of here. Leave. Now.
I'm gonna look over her shoulder and say, as you wish. I hope that, your daughter finds the same hospitality that we have.
And the door slams. What would you like to do next?
I'm gonna go and leave.
Okay. Gwyn, would you like to do anything in the time that they are escorting you out?
Oh yeah, I
I
guess
just-
we'll go to. I guess I'll start heading towards wherever the watch is or whatever.
I want to just walk calmly with them. I don't want to give them an excuse to harm me until I'm at least outside the building. So I'm gonna wait till I'm outside the building before I do anything.
Okay. So it will take a little bit of time for that to happen. The three of you, what would you like to do?
Guryev is leaving. I find it kind of suspicious that her father doesn't really seem to care
Yeah.
and has a person who claims to be helping to find her escorted out to the watch. So my new theory is he's in league with the watch, and he had his daughter kidnapped for some reason. Maybe she found out about his scumbagness.
Or maybe he killed her because he found out about who she was dating.
But why would that make him kill her?
Because parents can be very controlling and react poorly if they are used to getting what they want.
I'm gonna use my last third level spell and hearing him talk about this, send a message to his wife saying that we discovered that he killed their daughter because she found out that he was doing shady shit with the business.
You're doing that? Casting
Yes.
sending?
Khalas, you should try the locate person again.
On who?
To see if Phalia is maybe here.
On the finger?
Yeah.
That is allegedly Phalia's. Alright, it's my last locate person spell.
I guess I'll hold off
I
until
think
we
if
see
we're
that.
gonna locate her, with the way her father's acting, I think she's here somewhere.
I'm gonna cast locate creature on whoever owner that finger was. Allegedly it's Phalia's, but we're not too sure on that.
Okay.
I will hold off until she completes this.
One moment while I try to remember where everything is on the map of Waterdeep.
Can we take like a quick 5?
Yeah,
Okay.
back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
We got bits, but not for him. Oh, goody. Adventurers.
So, I think you should cast that Khalas.
Okay.
I think maybe she might be here, and from the way that her father's acting, as if he doesn't really care. So it makes sense to me that she would be here whether she's alive or dead.
So you cast.
Okay. Yeah, I cast locate creature on the based off of the same thing, like the finger and examining her room, re-examining her room, all
You
that.
cast locate creature to find something that is familiar to that finger, and you don't sense any ping or any like whereabouts within 1,000 feet.
Okay. Well, I'm not sensing anything. I don't know if she's here or not. I'm just going based off of the information that we have about Phalia. But the owner of the finger, at least, whether it's Phalia or not, is not here. So
I think the finger might be somebody else's.
that's highly possible. We could just abandon this area and head back to the bar. Head back to the sailor zone. And I can keep locate person up. I've got it up for at least an hour. Do we need to worry about Gwen? Need to go get her? You think she'll be fine?
We can message her when we get outside.
All right. I guess we're gonna start heading out. I'm gonna catch up to Guryev.
Okay. I guess Gwen, you get a message from the others. Do you have message or sending?
Me?
Somebody else.
It would have to be Guryev or
If,
Khalas.
I mean, unless we're not planning on doing literally anything else, then it would be my last high level spell.
Yeah, I don't have it prepped. I don't have sending prepped.
I think we just go to the watch. I think at this point we just go talk to the watch.
How about you go to the watch, since that's where Gwen's headed, and Delta and I will go to the bar.
Nope. Not getting fucked by splitting up anymore. We're all going. Or none of us are going.
Two of us want to go to the bar, because it's almost meetup time.
Alright, fine. Go to the bar. We will all go to the bar, and Gwen can enjoy her own bars.
All right. Gwen,
No offense.
you are led out the front, through that wide room. Do you do anything at this point once you are in the street?
Trying to decide whether I should try to escape or if I should just let them lock me up. Trying to decide if I could, like, whether it's as simple as paying a fine or there's gonna be like a court date and everything type of situation. Because if I escape, then I'm gonna be wanted. Do I really want to deal with having to?
Wanted for what? Also, did they shackle you or anything?
You know, nothing was mentioned about that. Wanted
So?
for escaping the watch, for breaking in.
Jump up and turn into an eagle and fuck off.
That was my original plan. Although, I thought about changing into something that flew like an eagle. But am I going to be fast enough? And are they going to try to shoot me down because I don't want to get shot?
So, turn into
I mean,
a beetle.
do any of them have like bows on them?
Let's turn into a beetle.
Do any of them have like bows or whatnot on them, Alex?
I don't know. Bows tend to be kind of expensive headphones. I don't know if any of them would have that. Maybe skull candy?
Let's see. What can I change into? Ooh, I could totally change into a cat that's small but fast.
So you roll an insight if you're looking for what they're carrying.
Change page. Insight.
You see they have, they're carrying long swords. They're very heavily armored, and, with that insight roll, you can tell that they have, crossbows.
Okay. And it's dark outside, so what I would like to do is also, would I need to roll a perception, or can I just observe and see? I want to know if the street is well lit.
You really don't have to roll for this. It is. They lit the street lights. It's not daytime, but it is well lit enough to be able to see people, I guess.
Okay, because I'm thinking that what I want to do is use my last shape to change into a small black cat, like a regular domestic pet type black cat. Black because, well, it's nighttime and I want to blend in as much as possible.
You'd still have to make a roll to try to escape their grasp.
That is... Oh yeah, because they're holding on to me. Shoot. I'd like to... Okay, I want to try to escape their grasp and then shape. Let's see if I can get out of their grasp. What would I roll? Let's see here.
You can either roll in athletics or in acrobatics.
Well, they both have +1, so I guess it doesn't really matter either way. Do acrobatics.
Okay, you are out in the open and you attempt to get out so you can wild shape into a cat and skitter into an alley, but their grasp is just like iron on you. As you try and struggle, you can feel that their hands start to tighten around you, trying to make it so you really don't escape.
No. Okay, so this sucks.
And they will continue to walk towards the eastern side of the town of Waterdeep.
I'd like to talk to them as we're walking and be like, surely this is not necessary. I wasn't doing anything wrong. Are you
Really?
charging me with anything?
Breaking and entering?
I didn't break anything.
You were attempting to search through
I was hired by his wife to find his daughter. She was looking into the business. I was hoping that by going to the business, I would be able to find clues to find her.
Save it for the watch. They'll shove you a little bit harder.
You have to be so rough. I'm not hurting anyone.
That's not what we heard.
Well, I don't know what you heard, but I don't think you heard right. Where are you taking me? Where's this watch at?
You'll find out when we get there.
You know, I really do have a deadline. This girl is missing.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have risked it by entering the Lord's office.
If anything, I think he's being suspicious. Shouldn't you look into that?
They continue
His
walking.
daughter is missing, and he's just going about his business. As if he doesn't care, or as if he already knows what happened to her.
Make a persuasion. Oh, nice. Okay. So, when you are randomly shouting these facts out, they will kind of, the two in front will stop and look between the four of them. Consider it for a moment.
Yeah.
Alright. Tell us what you know.
Well, we saw the posting on the board that she was missing, so we went to the family. We know that she was looking into the business. We know that her father and had a falling out with his business partner. She's dating the son of the ex-business partner. Sort of like a star-crossed lovers ordeal. The family knows nothing about the boyfriend, so they say. And there seems to be some kind of, I don't know, something going on with the business. And we haven't found all the details. We haven't had enough time or enough people to talk to. I mean, it's really difficult when we've only had a couple days on to gather information. But there's something off with the business. We just don't have all the details yet. That's what I was trying to find out. But the father isn't doing anything to help. This is quite literally the first time I've spoken to him since being hired by his wife. That's awfully suspicious. And we have till midnight to find her, and her finger has been cut off and delivered to the home of the family. And so it makes us believe that her life is in danger, and we just need information so we can finish narrowing down who has her, what happened, where she is, to try and save her.
You keep saying we.
Well, I have partners, traveling companions, but they were speaking with the family, and I was gonna go check out the family business and see if I could find anything to help or see if there was anything suspicious. I mean, suspicious people aren't going to be forthcoming it to your face. So that's why I hid, because I wanted to see if anyone would say or do something that they wouldn't otherwise say in front of me. I'm just trying to save the girl.
Well, you have other people working on this, and you broke the law. So we're taking you in. And they'll continue moving.
I shouldn't have said we. Okay. So what's gonna happen? Am I gonna have to pay a fine? Is there going to be like do I have to hire a lawyer?
Find out when we get there.
You don't know a whole lot, do you?
You don't know a whole lot.
Okay. I can see that we're at an impasse. Are we almost there?
council.
Be quiet back there, or I'll turn this thing around.
You're finally awake.
Just keep going. When we get there, we'll get there.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna like walk along and see what happens.
Okay.
Maybe a dragon will show up and prevent the trial from happening.
Fangor.
This Dovahkiin
By
now.
chance, are we walking down the direction of the bar?
No, you're going in the opposite
Of course.
direction.
So I can't get away, and they're holding tighter, makes it harder to get away, and I'm going in the wrong direction. Just sucks all around.
All right. The other three of you are heading towards the bar.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're kind of disoriented from the difference between daytime and nighttime is night and day. And you aren't really sure. You start walking down, looking to where like people are congregating. The few scragglers that are just ending up finishing up their shift seem to know where they're going.
Demetrius.
How are you guys so
Yeah,
degenerate?
I want to keep an eye out for Demetrius or his tattoo buddy on our way there.
And I still have my locate creature spell up as we go head to the bar.
So you're walking towards the bar, following these people. You start to recognize landmarks and buildings around you to where you're going. You can see in front of you the light from the tavern. And you hear the joyous sounds of sailors having a great time. And you make it about 100 feet until you get to the tavern opening, when Khalas, you get that ping.
Cool.
You're just not excited anymore. She's like,
No.
fucking finally.
I was like, I think I got a ping on that locate spell. Is it at the bar or is it around?
It is, so you are heading west, northwest. You see the bar directly in front of you, and it is to the south of where you are.
It's so the bar is in front of us,
Mm-hmm.
and it's behind us. The ping.
Relatively, yes.
Our road south of us. Okay. I'm gonna turn around and look south and see what's there.
You look southward and you see the ocean.
Well, that's not a great sign.
She's a mermaid.
She's if it's her, I'm gonna. Is there a boat in the ocean? That is where I sense the ping coming from. I'm gonna start heading south. I'm getting the ping this way.
Onward, trusty steed.
Okay. So you still have to go through, like, you just got it. So you just got within 1,000 feet of the located creature. And so you start heading through all towns, or sorry, you start heading down the street. People are going against you. What few people are in the streets. you make your way down that direction until you reach the docks, and you can see that there are a lot of boats here that have been docked and waiting for the next day delivery.
Just gonna keep following the ping.
Okay. So you make your way down, and find yourself next to one of the larger trading ships when you see a figure that is crouched over, standing like kind of halfway up, but crouched over, and has a hood and cloak over themselves.
Is that where I sense the ping is coming from?
Yes.
Am I within 60 feet of them?
I'll say you're about 100 feet.
I want to get in within 60 feet of them, and then I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Well, I was gonna say before that, like, are you sharing this information? Like, you point the person out?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you wanted to get close to them without actually doing anything, we could pass it off as we're drunk. I could pull out the wine, all the glasses.
Nope. Gonna Hold Person.
Okay. I will prepare silence.
Wow.
Cool.
Okay.
Great.
This
Cool.
person that you found a finger that has been severed, you're just gonna restrain and gag magically. Cool.
I'm just gonna Hold Person.
It's
I
restrained. Okay. Oh my gosh. So
Is there anything past this person, or are they just the only thing on the dock?
okay, so this person is crouched over. As you walk closer, you can get a good look at what they are doing. It seems they are moving bags, like from a small cart to the edge of the dock. You can't see their face from where you are, but it's just like a lot of and going over, dragging over another one. Are you attempting to not be seen?
I am attempting to be like, I'm just casually heading this way. I'm not focused on that person.
Okay. It's a little darker here than it is on the main streets. Every where's the map?
If there are lights, like flames or torches or whatever here in this area, I want to use thaumaturgy to cause them to dim.
About every 150 feet, there's a light that illuminates the dock. So this person is underneath one of the lights. But as you are casually getting closer, the person will look up, see you, and then make a performance.
Performance. 9.
Okay. As this person sees 3 pretty well-armed individuals approaching, trying to act natural, the person will kind of like move their cart to where it's next to the sacks that they've been placing, and turn in the opposite direction of where you're going, and like clutch their cloak in tight and start moving away. Do you cast Hold Person?
If I'm in 60 feet, yeah.
Okay, so you will close the gap, cast Hold Person, and it fails. The person will understand that something is trying to happen inside their head and start making a run for it.
I will also, I guess, hold person. At a 16.
Okay. They will make it about 20 feet as you cast the second one, and that one will connect.
Gonna run up and pull the rope out of the bag and start binding their feet so they can't run. And also taking the weapons they have.
I'm gonna remove the hood, I guess.
Alright, you remove the hood of this pit figure and see a very frightened girl staring back at you.
I'm not gonna finish dying for him. And when everyone else gets around, I'm gonna drop full person.
Okay. You all approach this paralyzed person attempting to flee, and you release the whole person.
I'm gonna make it look like we're trying to help her up, like she tripped and fell or something.
Okay. Okay, so hold person, run up to her, start tying the rope around the legs, then remove the cloak, stop trying to do it, and as you all gather around, about how long would it have been? 30 seconds? Or 15?
Well, she ran farther down the dock, right? She ran away from us.
Like 20 feet.
Towards other boats, or
Just away from you.
well then it would have taken me. Well, if I cast and move, it would take me. Yeah, so she would have gotten another roll by the time I got there, and then another roll by the time that I would have released it. So she would have rolled twice, but her second roll would have been when everyone else was there.
So about 15 seconds.
Probably about 10, but yeah.
Okay. Khalas, you are looking into this fearful woman's eyes as whole person ends, and she'll back away. Please don't hit me. What? I don't have any money.
We're not after your money.
Do you have any more fingers?
You're the person that had a finger cut off. Let me see your hands.
She'll pull away from you as you do so. What do you mean?
Are you Phalia Estelmer?
No. I
It's
I am-
check.
I am Lindsay Duan. You're not sure if she's telling the truth or not.
Do you know where Phalia Estelmer is?
I do not know who that is.
Yes, check. 50.
Are you doing another insight check seconds later?
6 seconds later. I don't know. I'm just saying it.
Please, let me go. I need to meet up with my brother.
Your brother Demetrius? Dwayne?
Yes. How do you know him?
I spoke with him earlier.
So then you're saying that, oh, what was his name? The father.
Brother or lover. You have the finger?
No, we don't have it. The family has it.
Yeah, we don't have the finger.
Do you have the poster that shows like what she looks like?
We should, right? Like, I'm gonna pull out that handout, that flyer, that first flyer, and just hold it up to her and it's like, I'm gonna show her, like, is this not you?
Remember, you made a crude drawing of it. You didn't take the actual flyer because you didn't want to get rid of anyone else who wanted to.
I thought my drawing was actually good because I rolled.
No, he was saying crude because you drew her nude. That's fine.
It was an okay roll. It wasn't
Sure.
exact, but it was okay. It wasn't bad either. I'll
Okay,
have
well,
Khalas
leave
make
it.
an insight
I
roll.
am gonna just. I don't know why you let go of hold person.
I'm gonna tell her, like, we just want to make sure Folly is safe. Her father doesn't really seem to care that she's missing. which is
Khalas,
weird.
make an insight roll.
No.
Okay. She will back away, trying to get away from you. The 3 people who cast magic on her.
I didn't cast anything.
You're part of the group. She will continue to back away.
Oh
Khalas
my
is gonna
god.
be like,
I'm just gonna come. I'm gonna use
Whatever.
command.
this is ridiculous. Run away from your problems in your rich person world if you want. I don't give care anymore.
Oh.
Both families deserve to burn the way I see it. And I'm like, I gotta go save a friend. Clearly this Phalia person wasn't worth saving. And I'm gonna turn around.
Okay. She will run in the opposite direction of where you are standing.
I'm gonna go back to where she was putting stuff. You said into a boat or onto the dock?
Onto the dock.
I'm gonna go look at the stuff that she was putting onto the dock.
Okay. So Khalas is headed towards the watch. Guryev is headed towards the bundle of sacks. Delta, what would you like to do?
I just I'll just tell her, like, I just want to make sure that she is safe.
Well, she's already gone.
What?
After Khalas said, "Get out of my sight," she took off.
When did Khalas say that?
Yeah, Khalas never said that. Khalas said, whatever, I don't care anymore.
Alright, well, whatever you said, as soon as you said it, she took off.
Cool.
I guess I'll follow Guryev to what she was unloading from the boat. Do the sacks look like the sack that Demetrius was carrying?
Make an investigation.
26.
$24.
Okay. You are looking over these sacks, and Delta, they are familiar. They look like something that Demetrius was carrying.
I'm gonna send a message to Demetrius. Say, we just had a run-in with your nine-fingered sister. She ran away from her boat. If you want to talk, we will be at her boat.
Okay.
And I'm just going to set up a chair of, hopefully these sacks are soft. If not, I will sit on whatever is least uncomfortable.
Okay. You find that they are lumpy.
Perfect.
Alright. You sit down. Khalas, you're still headed in the direction of the watch. Since you do know where that is, a good idea of where they keep prisoners, as Guryev was taken there several days before. Delta, what
I'm
would
gonna
you
be
like to do?
running
Okay.
towards that direction.
Delta, what would you like to do?
Guryev, well, why are you just sitting there? Hello?
Because you know something. And we will find out what it is.
Ooh.
She has to come back for the stuff. Somebody has to come back for it.
Take their
Alright.
That's how we'll leave town. We're gonna take their boat.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna open up the bag and see what they are. Because, I mean, we both investigated.
I don't think he will approach if we are both sitting here, so maybe one of us should sit some ways away.
Think about throw all the stuff in the water.
And that was how Guryev became a pirate.
This is why Guryev spent 35 years killing skeletons and avoiding other humans.
He's like, everyone is awful. That's right.
The Waterdeep Tea Party. Okay, so you take out one of your daggers and...
Does he ever reply?
Nope. You take out one of your daggers and slice open a satchel, and you find supplies. You find food and several days worth of rations and whatnot.
She ran farther down a dock, correct? Like towards the water?
No, she ran along the along the water, away from you.
I thought we were like going down the dock. Like, okay.
What did she claim her name was again? It was Diana?
Lindsay.
Oh, Lindsay. Why did I think Diana?
All right, and the plot progresses.
Do you want to hang around here
Yep.
till
I'm
you
waiting.
wait? And okay.
Wait until I wait.
Khalas is running in the direction of the watch, the cells, where Gwyn has been taken, and Guryev and Delta will sit and wait, possibly having some rations while they wait.
Maybe sell some of it. I don't know.
Anyone like to do anything else for now?
Nope. Just wait.
All right. Well, we'll wait a week and end it here.
We don't need to wait that long.
Okay. Well, I hope it wasn't as terrible as I feel it is, but we'll continue next time, where we'll possibly break somebody out of jail and sell a bunch of cool rations